would like me nothing if I know me I'd be so entitled of the pain of the misery inside, and I wish that I could live feeling nothing but the night.
Alright, let's face it, Ingoloids don't receive enough love, and I've always wondered about that. They do sound pretty good, yet most people aren't even aware of their existence. I hope to change all that by introducing one of my personal favorites, Big Al. The one thing about this that sucks, aside from it just being one picture, is that it's Big Al singing a J-pop song in English. At least he's not doing it in Japanese. This is not what he was designed to cover. Might as well have Miku sing death metal. This piece is called Bad Apple, yet you always see the characters in the pictures eat fresh ones. I've always thought they should be eating rotten apples, with worms hanging out. But one thing that is spoiled in this video is the music, though I'll admit the audio mistakes are hard to catch. Like right here. Listen. Did you hear that? I had to play this song a few times before I took notice. It's kind of like eating donuts filled with dog jizz. You don't realize what the creamy center is until you've eaten about half a dozen of them. Not that I'm saying that from personal experience or anything. Overall, I'd have to say the song just makes you wish someone would shove your face in a deep fat fryer. If only I was a rich man, then I wouldn't be sitting in a cheap-ass lawn chair. But in all honesty, Big Al is not the easiest Ingoloid to use. That would fall in Sweet Anne. Here's a cover that's a prime example of how bad he can sound when not used properly. In all fairness, you have to give them credit for attempting to put out a quality product. It's obvious they tried, but in the end, you just get something that sounds funnier than it should.
There would be one long staircase, just go and go.
Yup! Is that how it's sung in the original version? Probably not. When he says that, is he talking about guppies? When did this turn into a song about cheap fish? Even I'm guilty of making word mistakes in my songs, but this is just too funny to pass up. He says dumb, but here it says bum. I wonder if Tom Green proofread this.
My bum is on the gum. My bum is on the gum. I can blow a bubble with my bum bum bum.
You're probably all wondering why Big Al has staples on his head. That's because FX, the company that makes the Ingoloid software, designed him after the monster of Dr. Frankenstein. At least they didn't base him off the Loch Ness Monster. But anyways, let's take a look at the song Friday. It's cool how they switched up some of the words. Everybody's Russian. Though China has over 1 billion people, so I guess that means everybody's Chinese. Rebecca Black should put that in her lyrics. To be honest, I like this over the original composition. At least this version sounds more like a human being than the other one. And hearing this doesn't make me want to bang my head on a lead pipe. The person who did this should get a trophy. It's like they got a piece of moldy bread and made a lobster dinner out of it. Looking at the original one for a moment, I have to say there are a lot of things wrong with it. Number 1. It heavily uses autotune. Being that this is her debut song, she should have avoided that. Just listen to it at 2:15 when she says excited for the first time, and you'll see what I mean. Number 2. The focus of the song is on a day of the week. Sounds fun, right? Might as well do a music video on how you like to stare at drying paint. Number 3. It contains poorly written lyrics that are repetitive. Did Rebecca Black write this, or was it? No! God damn it, Toilet Monster! How do you keep getting hired to write all these songs? And who's this asshole? Who invited him to the party? I guess Pedal Bear doesn't work alone anymore. I like how the Big Al cover doesn't have this part. It makes the whole thing less creepy. I mean, look at him. Would you trust a guy that looks like this to watch your kids? I wouldn't even trust him to watch a bowl of Frosted Flakes. This last one I'm about to show you is one of my favorite Big Al covers.
I'm super! Thanks for asking. All things considered, I could...
Damn, always get those two mixed up. You would think they would change his name to alleviate any confusion. I bet FX did that on purpose just to be a bunch of ass clowns. But putting that aside, let's take a look at one of my favorite songs. The Electronic Santa Claus does an amazing job of showing just how good Big Al can sound when used right. This is one of the kinds of music that he was designed to cover. I listened to this song at least a dozen times, and there's only one fucked up thing that I could find. This whole piece sounds like it belongs in a woman's sex toy commercial. Tired of your husband always being gone at work, on business trips, at the bar with his friends? Now you two can pass away the time with the Electronic Santa Claus, which has 3 vibration modes: low, high, and if you really want to get pounded, jackhammer. Warning, use product with caution. Not responsible for any deaths or crashing parts that may occur. Please read 400-page instruction manual before operating. Instruction manual sold separately. I hope I've convinced all of you on how good Big L can sound. So do the Vocaloid community a favor and purchase this software ASAP. Though I wish more people in the English community would produce their own compositions, the Japanese seem to hold the gauntlet of good Vocaloid songs. But stay tuned for next time I'll be covering a duet.
Electronic Santa, Electronic Santa, let the Electronic Santa, let the Electronic Santa, let the Electronic Santa, Electronic Santa, let the Electronic Santa, let the Electronic Santa, let the Electronic Santa. Electronic Santa's going to rock, rock, rock your body. Rock your body, body. Electronic Santa knows if you can.